The guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 14. Grapplefest 14 is going to be Saturday, the 3rd of December. So, we're now only 8 days away from obviously one of the biggest shows of the year now. Going to be at the usual place, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, I always talk about the atmosphere at a Grapplefest event. Now, there's nothing like a Grapplefest night. Now, I've been at a lot of grappling shows, and I have never seen an atmosphere like it. Straight from the spectators, I mean, the place is always packed. It's always packed, full of people. The spectators are on top of the mats. I mean, we're talking very, very close to the mats. So they're all standing, they're sitting in booths, they're standing on the stairs as the grapplers are walking down, and the grapplers absolutely love it as well. I mean, as soon as I walk down the stairs, the music hits, the crowd is buzzing. As I said, it gives the grapplers a different type of adrenaline that they've probably never experienced before, and it always makes them go out there and put on the best performance of their lives. And as I said, it's going to be another amazing night, another stacked card that Tomo and the Grapplefest team have put on. So, now, ticket availability, anybody looking for tickets, obviously hit up your chosen grappler first of all. They may still have some tickets available. Anybody that can't get tickets from their chosen grappler, then hit up Grapplefest, either the Facebook or Instagram, and you will get tickets through there. Pay-per-views also available on this, as there always is, through Fight TV. So again, just hit up Fight TV, and you will get all the information through that. So my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. So Joe Foy, Elite BJJ in Somerset. Now, Joe's one of these guys. Now, when I put the video, they're saying that I was going to come on, I was going to have him on, I got a couple of messages saying, Stoom, wait till you see how good this guy is. This guy is absolutely awesome. Do you know what I mean? So they talked about his pressure, his technical ability and so on. Plus, he's handsome as fuck as well, man. Do you know what I mean? So,
you make me blush.
So, but yeah, awesome grappler. So I'm absolutely buzzing to obviously see Joe step onto the Grapplefest mat for the first time. So Joe, that's an absolute pleasure, buddy. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today.
No, I really appreciate you having me on. Like I was saying before, I really appreciate you having guys from the Southwest coming onto your show, being able to give us a platform to speak. It's not very often that people from the Southwest get chances to be on these big shows, so we've got to bring the heat on the night. And I think Chris, I think everyone at Grapplefest is going to be impressed with, like I say, the boys that are come from the Southwest.
Yeah, that's one thing about Tomo and the Grapplefest team. I mean, they know a lot about almost every grappler, certainly in the UK scene and obviously further afield. So obviously, whenever they look to put people on the show, people apply for it, and then what they then do is they'll then search the person and see, okay, how good are they? How exciting are not how good are they, but how exciting a grappler they are. Do they fit with Grapplefest? Because there's some guys out there, I mean, you'll have seen it before, there's a lot of boring jiu-jitsu practitioners on the scene at the moment. And they're the ones you're not going to see most of them on Grapplefest. But the exciting guys, male or female, that come and put on a show, 100% are going to be on.
I agree. I think that the fact that he keeps it no-gi, the way that no-gi is at the moment, the wrestle-heavy style is always is good for the fanfare.
Yeah.
Elite Jiu-Jitsu in such a very wrestle-heavy club, which obviously the big mat space at Grapplefest is perfect for that. Chris just wants people on that are going to put on a show. There's going to be a massive crowd. The music's going to be going. It's exciting. Even if we're on the prelims, the card is stacked from bottom to top. After they watch the matches, after they see some of the guys on the prelims, especially after they see my style, the pressure, there's going to be no chance that he can't have us back on again. Like I said, we've got 10 guys that could be on this show on the prelims.
Yeah. Because you'll be the first of many. 100%. So, it's going to be a great night as well. I mean, we talked about the card. I mean, from start to finish, I mean, the very first fight right up to the main event. I mean, every match has the potential to be a fight of the night match.
I agree. I completely agree. There's a few people on the card that I'm looking forward to watch. Obviously, Mark McQueen on the night is making waves on Instagram, picking people up and slamming them on their heads.
Yeah.
A close training partner of ours, Mark Hibbs, is also going to be on the card. Another top grappler, again, higher up on the prelims, really good style. Obviously, you look at the main card, you've got all the top people from around the world, so people aren't going to complain about the main card. But I think there's a few sleepers on the prelims, people that are going to potentially move their way up all the way to the main card eventually, and I hope to be one of those people.
Yeah. What about going to be, because obviously you'll be in the back, obviously before you come out onto the match, you're going to be, everybody's in the same bit. I mean, all the grapplers are all in exactly the same area. What's it going to be like, obviously, being there? I mean, amongst people like, say, your own Flanagan's, Jacob Couch, Rosa Walsh's, and so on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a surreal experience for you.
It's going to be unbelievable. We're lucky enough in the Southwest, because we're quite a standout club for Nogi. We've had quite a few of the top grapplers down for seminars. So it's nice to be able to mix with the best minds in jiu-jitsu, pick their brains, take a couple of photos. Everyone's got the same thing in common. Look, we all love Nogi jiu-jitsu. That's why we're there. And it's just going to be a really good atmosphere, a really good night.
Yeah. Obviously, you're training wise then. So, I mean, what's your training like? Don't give me too much, because I want you to keep some of that secret stuff for next week. But tell us a little bit about training at the moment for you.
Well, you notice the generic answer that everyone says is training's always going really well. Everyone's training really hard, but training with us on a weekly basis is tough. Every session is a tough session. There's no easy rounds. No one sits rounds out. Everyone pushes each other every single day. I'm lucky enough that everyone at the club, everyone that I coach, everyone that I train with has got the same outlook. I'm lucky that I've got a good group of blokes around me to push me that hard. I'd be lying if I said training was easy, because training has been unbelievably hard. But I believe I have tougher rounds in the gym than I'll have in any match that I have in the up and coming future.
Yeah. That's what I always tell people as well. Whenever I go to a comp, what I do is my mindset is the person standing in front of me better than the guys in my gym? And the answer is always no. I mean, I train with, like you mentioned, Mark McQueen. Do you know what I mean? So I train with Mark McQueen's. We've got another couple of kids on Arujo, Shawnee Stewart and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? And we've got a gym, same as like most gyms, we've got gyms full of savages, full of absolute animals. So is this person that I'm about to spend 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes standing in front of better than Mark McQueen or whoever? Then the answer is always no. So then that gives me an advantage in my head.
I completely agree. After some of the rounds that we have in the gym, I feel like getting up, taking my bag, and going home. But it's always going to be like that. It will always be like that. There's always going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone stronger. But the hard work goes in the gym to make it an easy night on the night.
Yeah. Got a comment coming in from. Now, my pronunciation is going to be absolutely horrible here, so apologies.
Go on, destroy it.
So,
destroy it.
Jai Prakash. So, I hope I said that right. But just saying, Joe, the absolute beast, just saying they're so proud of you.
It's nice. Like I say, it's a shame that on the night on the 3rd, the British Open is actually on the same date in Coventry. I got 20 guys from the club competing at the British Open, which would have been a really good following for the night. But we've got 20 up-and-comers all fighting on the day at the British, hopefully going to bring home a team trophy, bring home some gold medals. And then for the next one, we'll bring them up by the coach loads for the next Grapplefest if we're back on it. Yeah.
Listen, good luck to the guys competing at the British Open. As I said, it's a great competition. It's a really, really good competition. So hopefully come away with 20 British champions coming out there.
I think so. I'd like
BJJ. So fingers crossed for them all. What about Grapplefest then? So obviously the call-up. So how did you find out then that you were going to be on the card? Oh, let me ask this question. What were you doing at the time when you got that message?
Oh, I'd been to the gym in the morning, and I just come back from a weight session, and I was just about to have a nap and get ready for the evening sparring session that we have on a Friday. I was looking at my phone. I was drifting off. I could feel my eye. I saw the message from Grapplefest saying, "Are you available?" And without this sounding inappropriate, I got up. I ran to the toilet. I probably spent 40 minutes on the toilet before I said yes. But I messaged my coach, my best friend of 20 years, Jordan Kirk, just said, "Should I take it?" And he just said, "Absolutely, you have to take it." And
Yeah.
and this is why I'm here.
Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, as soon as you get that message from Grapplefest, it's difficult to say no to. I've spoken to a couple of guys. Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to a couple of guys that say that they have said no at the time. They weren't ready, or they felt they weren't ready, or they had other things going on. But it's a difficult one to say no to, especially knowing you go in there, you put in an absolute brilliant performance, and then what comes next? Because it has, over the years, I mean, it's turned already fantastic grapplers into world superstars.
Exactly. What I'd like to break open on the UK scene. This is just the foot in the door. After these first few fights, like I said, I'm more interested in promoting it for the Southwest and the clubs in this part of the country. The second the door opens, everyone comes flooding through. It's like a dam. Once the dam cracks, everyone's going to come through, and you're going to see a lot of big names from our club. All the clubs around this area pushing for the bigger shows. I just don't see how they can turn it down after they see the performances.
Yeah. No, as I said, it's going to be great, not just to see you, but obviously what's coming next, because we know that, as you said, as soon as you go out there, you put your performance in, then there's going to be a lot more people coming. Let me ask anybody coming out the gym at the moment. I know you mentioned you've got a lot of people, but anybody or any people that we need to be looking out for 2023?
Yeah, well, we've actually got another lad called Josiah fighting on the Grapplefest Contenders blue belt under 100 kilos coming up the week after. So we put his name forward. He's been picked. He's exciting. He's up and coming. He's just an athletic specimen. He's a 100-kilo bloke that can do the splits. He's another level. Like, if I was to compare him, you look at Mark McQueen. He's just a big bloke, powerful finisher, really exciting. Obviously, my coach, my best friend, Jordan Kirks, he's fought some of the best in the country. Probably, in my opinion, sounding biased, one of the best jiu-jitsu minds in the Southwest at the moment. Really progressive, really forward-thinking with his jiu-jitsu. He's the way that I would describe, he's cerebral. I just don't know anyone that thinks about jiu-jitsu the way that he thinks about jiu-jitsu. And I'm really lucky that we've got him as a coach at the club. Yeah.
So guys, keep an eye out for them too. Obviously, Contender Series as well is awesome for blue belts coming through. They want to make a wave on the scene, and obviously they go out there straight onto the Grapplefest prelims and then work their way up to the main card.
Exactly, I agree. I completely agree. We've got another lad, 17 years old, winning absolutely everything, double gold in no-gi at every competition he goes through at the moment. Obviously, because of I don't know if I'm going to expose him if anyone's watching, but obviously the smooth comp rules of the adult competitions, you've got to be 18 to enter adults, but there's ways around it, and he's just beating up adults twice his weight. It's crazy at the moment.
Yeah, so 17-year-old. I love to see the kids nowadays. I mean, the kids nowadays would absolutely rinse blue belts from pre-COVID. I mean,
I agree.
I don't know what they've been doing, man. I don't know what these kids are eating nowadays or what they're up to. But yeah, man, some of these kids are unbelievable, scary talent. And these are going to be the kids that are going to be the world champions in the future, whether it be IBJJF or potentially ADCCs and so on. Or even going on, if they go on MMA and stuff like that, making the UFC and so on. So
yeah, exactly. There's nothing better for the soul than walking off the mat after being smashed by a 16-year-old thinking, what am I doing in this sport?
When you question your life choices, you're like, oh my God, why did I choose this? I could have done anything else. So but it's great to see. I mean, these kids coming through, and it's good that they've got like kind of more experienced guys, like say yourself and stuff like that, being there and guiding them in the right direction. Because again, it's so easy for a kid, especially 16, 17-year-old. I mean, I remember when I was 16, 17, the last thing on my mind was jiu-jitsu or MMA or anything like that. It was all about going out. You had girls and fucking alcohol and
exactly.
It was a crazy time at that age. So it's good that they've got experienced people like yourself that can keep them on the right track.
We're really lucky that the kids from around this area come and train with us, because there is some ridiculous talent coming through. Like some of these kids commit their lives to the gym. They're there every day. They're talented. They're hungry. They're willing. They're committed. Like, we are extremely lucky to have this age group, this new wave of kids coming through.
Yeah. What about 2023 then? So obviously 2022 is coming to a head. Obviously Grapplefest will be the kind of last thing potentially for yourself. But what would you like to see for you going forward 2023?
Next year, ideally, once I take the win on Grapplefest on the 3rd, it would just be, like I said, the foot through the door, the breakout. I'm as active as I possibly can. We compete as often as we can. We always bring the club. Whenever we take a club to a competition, everyone always brings home silverware. I just want to be as active as possible. I want to be out in front of people as much as possible. The exposure is the best part about this. I want to be fighting the best guys, the toughest people my weight, lower, higher, same level. I'm not fussed. I want to be out on the scene. Just staying active is the main thing. Consistency. Like, you can turn up to the gym every day and roll. The way that I put it is, you've got a footballer getting ready for a match, but they're not always match fit. The more competitions you're getting, the more experience, the better you feel, the better you perform.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be a great year, not just for Joe, but obviously Elite BJJ as well. So it's going to be an amazing 2023 going forward. So what about Elite BJJ? How do people get in contact with you guys if they want to maybe pop in, if they're down in the southwest?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. We have a lot of people travel because obviously we've got a big nuclear power station in this part of the country that everyone comes to work. Instagram's probably the best way, at Elite Jiu-Jitsu, Elite_Jiu-Jitsu_Somerset. You can always contact us on Facebook. Well, I'm really good at getting back to people. I get back to people within half an hour normally. But anyone from all over the country, if you're ever in this part, come down and train. Like it says on the Instagram page, Elite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Somerset is the home of Nogi in this part of the country. And I say the home because we will dominate this part of the country this time next year. Yeah.
Just got another comment coming in. Ellie Taylor just saying you're going to smash it. Again, so proud of you. So obviously, definitely a good bit of love there coming from your people. So and that's the thing. I mean, that's the good thing about shows like this, especially if it's like first time on, debut, or even 10th time on, or however many times. The support you have from the people around you is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if the British Open wasn't on the same day, we'd have 20 people coming to support, 20 tickets gone. There would be a ruckus in the crowd. They're all good blokes. It would just be it would be unbelievable scenes.
Yeah. Listen, definitely next time. Actually, we'll definitely
next time
see the Southwest coming up, Elite BJJ coming up and definitely representing. So, final thing for you then, Joe. Sorry, you've been in the game for a good amount of time. Obviously, over the years, I'm sure you've had some amazing training partners and still do to this day. But anybody in particular you want to give a shout out to? Any friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Yeah, we've been lucky enough to have a really good relationship with the drag team, Pedro Bessa Sweatbox. Anyone this end of the country, really. Like I said to you before, everyone in the gym at the moment is a hard round. All the up and comers, the lower belts, the higher belts. We're a gym of big lads. Like our average weight is probably 85 to 95 kilos. Everyone that we're fighting at the moment, and obviously having the help of Drag, they're all lighter guys, really technical, being able to pick their brains for intricate details against our heavy wrestling style. Like I said, a few of us are off to Pedro Bessa Sweatbox on Sunday to get our last hard sparring session in. So we'll be seeing Mark, we'll be seeing a few other people on the day just to get that last bit of prep in.
Yeah. What about family? Any family you want to shout out to at all?
Yeah, I can shout out my mum who's always here to support me, my sisters. I've got a really close family. My two best friends, like I said, my coach Jordan Kirk, his brother Ethan Kirk. I'm really lucky to have these people around me at the moment. They've been super supportive.
Yeah. Just again, final comment coming in there. Don Mayer just saying, coach leading from the front. So, which is always a good thing. I mean, as they'd seen coaches or seen anybody coming out there and do you know what I mean? Loads of respect for anybody that competes. And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of these guys will pay their hard-earned money. Do you know what I mean? They'll go out, they'll work a job or do whatever they're doing and spend a lot of money traveling all over the place just to compete for 10 minutes or have a couple of matches and stuff like that. So, and then obviously the support from the people around us as well, where they'll come and they'll spend their hard-earned money to come and watch us.
Exactly, I agree.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
For us to make it to the night, it's going to be a 4.5, 5 hour drive up, 4.5, 5 hour drive back, depending on the speed limit. But it's all going to be completely worth it. Everyone will see it. Everyone will see it.
Another one is where George Burtonshaw just saying Gaydon Foy.
If you say it in an accent from the southwest, it sounds like get on.
Right, okay. So get on, Foy. So George just obviously showing a bit of love there as well. So guys, there we go then. We're going to have Joe Foy, Elite BJJ, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Somerset. So going to be heading to Grapplefest 14. That's next Saturday, the 3rd of December. Now, so we're only 8 days away now. Obviously, this will be, a lot of people have their kind of final, kind of hard training sessions over this weekend. So there'll be a lot of sweaty mats. There'll be a lot of hard work going on this weekend, and then a lot of them will be kind of tapered off a little bit in the build up to next week. But it's going to be Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool again, an atmosphere like no other. Grapplefest is definitely the #1 show in Europe and potentially one of the top 5 in the world. So we regularly see people coming from as far as Australia all the way out to America and everything in between on the show. So ticket availability, anybody looking for tickets, make sure you hit up your chosen grappler first of all. They may still have some tickets available. If you can't get tickets from them, then as their Instagram or Facebook, just head over to Grapplefest and you will get the details through there. Pay-per-view is going to be on this. So pay-per-view, there's a couple of different payment options for Fight TV now. There's a standalone pay-per-view price, which is $14.99. Now, the best and probably most cost-efficient way of doing it is to go for the monthly option. Monthly option works out at $4.99. Now, it won't just give you this Grapplefest, it will give you every single Grapplefest as part of that $4.99. Not just Grapplefest, Grapple Kings, and a few other invitational sub-onlys are also available on Fight TV. So head over to Fight TV, you'll be able to see. It's not just that, I think there's wrestling and fucking pillow fighting, world championships, and loads of stuff to cater for everybody. So $4.99 is an absolute bargain for some of the stuff that you're going to get. So Joe's coming. He's going to be representing the Southwest. Going to be seeing more and more of the Southwest 2023 onwards. Obviously, good luck to the boy on the contenders as well. So hopefully we'll see him on the show in February as well. But Joe, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me today.
Thank you very much for having me on. Thank you very much for letting me come on and have the platform to represent. For anyone, like I said, that wants to buy tickets, you can catch it on Fight TV. It'll be the best $4.99 that you'll spend, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of us on the next few cards in the future.
Definitely. It's going to be a lot of action 3rd of December. So, Joe, thank you again, buddy. I'll be there next week, so we'll definitely get a catch-up. We'll get a chat. But listen, enjoy the rest of your week, buddy, and we'll see you in a week's time, all right?
I look forward to meeting you. Thank you so much.
Take it easy, brother. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.